Our topic is living fossils. What is a fossil?
Fossils are the remains or traces of a once living organism. This term is usually used for remains that are greater than 10,000 years old. Process of fossilization.
The process of fossilization first starts with the death of an animal. The soft tissue on the animal first decays and the skeleton is then left behind. Water level rises and the sediment covers the bones. The bones then fossilize in the hard sediment while more layers of the sediment is deposited. The water dries up or volcanoes occur and the fossil becomes embedded in the geologic stratum. This is how the process of fossilization is. What is the difference between a fossil and a living fossil?
The animal within the fossil is usually extinct, while the living fossil is a living species of organism that closely resembles the fossil form with no other close living relatives. On the left side, you can see an example of a fossil of a T-Rex, while on the right side is an example of a living fossil of a crocodile. And as you can see, there's a slight resemblance within their features. History.
Darwin first informally introduced the term living fossil in his book On the Origin of Species. He was talking about the platypus and lungfish and how these groups appear to have diversified little and appear to not have changed over millions of years. For him, living fossils were odd remnants of formerly more diverse groups and suggestive of a connection between different extant groups. What are some examples of living fossils?
Some of these are recognizable, but others look like nothing you have seen before.
Oh my God!
Our first example is coelacanth.
This fish was thought to be extinct 70 years ago, but was later found in 1938 by fishermen in Africa, and later again in 1998 in Indonesia. This fish has special features such as fleshy fins that resemble limbs of four-legged land animals with backbones. This fish may be closely related to the first fish that made the evolutionary transition from sea to land. On the left is a fossil of a coelacanth, and on the right is a living animal today. Our second animal is the red panda.
Red pandas were described to Western science in 1825. The first fossil, which was a tooth, was found in 1977 in North America and is similar to the European specimen, which indicates it immigrated from Asia. One of its special features is having a false thumb, which is an extension of the wrist bone used for climbing. Our third example is the mantis shrimp.
This animal hasn't changed from their fossilized ancestors in Devonian strata, which have been assigned around 400 million years ago. Its special features are powerful claws that can break through aquarium glass with a single strike, and also, this animal has the most advanced eyes in the animal kingdom with 12 different types of photoreceptors. Our fourth example is the Hoatzin.
This bird was first found in 1776 by a German zoologist named Thaddeus Müller. Its special features are having two claws at the end of their wings as hatchlings, used to grab and climb trees, but disappears when reaching adulthood. Our first example of a plant is the ginkgo tree.
This tree first appeared in the Permian period, around 250 million years ago. Its special features is the ginkgo fruit, which smells like vomit to deter animals from eating their seed, and it is only carried by female trees. Our last living fossil example is the horsetail plant.
The newest fossil record places the genus at 150 million years ago. This plant can be found in hot springs. It is poisonous to livestock but used in folk medicine for humans. On the left side is an example of a fossil, and on the right side is a living plant.
Conclusion. Fossils were once living organisms that are extinct now.
And living fossils are living species of organism that closely resembles the fossil.
Living fossils not only include animals and plants, but fungi and bacteria too. And this concludes our presentation on living fossils.